So if it gets a little bit too noisy, I'll return to another area. So welcome here. Okay, so that worked. Okay, so hi. Okay, so I just got to shut the door for a second. Come here, Coco. Coco wants to come out. I'll leave it ajar. Okay, so I got a couple of things. Okay, so welcome here. Thanks for being here. I just have to tell you, we all come here, okay, with our 5 senses. Some of us have a little bit more enhanced ability, psychic ability. So, because that's kind of like a form of protection. Cats sometimes seem to be on the wrong side of the door, but good morning. Okay, so I have started my day. I've been up for probably almost, well, by the time you see this video, I'll have been up for quite a few hours. So this could be stop, look, and listen. I haven't looked at anybody else's content whatsoever, and I have never even donned the doors of Donna Presley's YouTube video. You know, I kind of want to explain how I see YouTube. YouTube is kind of like everybody's, it's like a functioning place where you can express your opinions. Just one second, Coco has to get in. Somebody's acting like a guardian out here. 1 minute. Okay, because the way I see YouTube is, for some it's a wonderful place to express your opinions, whether people want to subscribe or not. For others, it's a place where they monetize. Eventually my channel will be monetized, small amount. People will get offended about that. And now silence speaks. Now I was listening to the lyrics of We Are the World. There's one line in there that Cyndi Lauper says, or somebody says, it's something about making the world a better day, or when the world, okay, whatever. But there's a line in there that says we all have a choice. Okay, so I choose to come out here every day. I know what's out here. Keep in mind. Wow. Okay, but you're going to understand that narcissists are functioning adults in this world. I hope that draining of that fire, wow, that's pretty incredible. Can you hear that? Okay, I'm going to continue. So hopefully that noise will subside in a bit. It's kind of like Mount Rushmore. Now, I see YouTube as, I'm just going to stick my toe into the Donna Presley mindset, okay? Because nobody asked her to come out here. Nobody asked me, okay? YouTube didn't phone Donna Presley up and say, we need you to come out here on YouTube and start talking about Elvis Presley, okay? Nobody asked anybody to come out here. You haven't been seconded. Seconded means you haven't been taken from one spot and put into another. This isn't your secondment, okay? So look that up. Because it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous because I remember I was listening to a couple of YouTube videos where they were saying that she was threatening Danny Smith or something with lawsuits. All you have to do for the Donna Presleys of the world is not post. If you can't handle it, then get out of here, okay? That's how I see it, because it's really ridiculous to think that she chose to come onto this platform, gets offended by whatever, and then goes to Louis as her guardian, like a knight in shining armor. That's really what I wanted to say here, okay? So we are all, I'm included in that, because I crossed the path of many of his minions just because I read the book of Lisa Presley's memoir. So you don't want to be in this, okay? You don't want to be in this, because if this exists in your private life, you're going to need help, okay, because it's all built on manipulation. But I'm praying for, I'm praying as well that Josh somehow gets to speak to a live agent in YouTube to figure out what that psychopath in Weston Mayor really is up to, okay? And that's also with that hillbilly cat, okay? And that other YouTuber in Australia. Because they have kind of they'll clog your channel with coming to a channel and striking you. So they're stopping you from being able to express your opinions about whatever it is, Elvis Presley, whatever his life is. We all have different opinions out here, including myself, okay? So no offense to anybody, but we're not going to have a meet and greet. If I was to meet anybody, or if I was to go to any reunion, it would be the 50th, and I guarantee you I would sit and most likely buy a ticket from Billy and Joe Smith and Danny and Teresa. That's who I would be interested in. I may have said things regarding, because I get confused why Lisa Presley chose whatever she chose, or chose to block people from their lives. I have the same issue in my personal life, okay? So what exists out here exists in your personal life, because I come from a large family. Okay, and the lyric to Sundown, you better take care if I find you've been creeping round my back stair. Okay, that's a Gordon Lightfoot song, a wonderful Canadian, because I know what happens to me when I come out here. They're going to go and look for that one syllable, or the emphasis on the syllable, as my husband's aunt used to say. So I don't really care, because none of this out here affects my personal life. I've walked away and I've kept away. But I completely understand why Billy Smith and Joe Smith want to do videos of Elvis Presley. It's a huge, it's kind of like a huge honor. It is an honor to keep the legacy of Elvis Presley going. So kudos to them, and kudos to Danny and Teresa. I've never looked at anybody's stuff today. I'm a lone wolf. So, and these are not traditional tarot cards, okay? These are like playing cards. If you notice what Lucifer does, you have to keep in mind that he's been manipulating people way before he ended up on YouTube, okay? So YouTube is a functioning place for a lot of these functioning adults that have no problem hurting people. It'll be every day, every day, every day, and it most likely will be a miracle for him to have his channel taken down, Lucifer's. So I don't know what cards are going to come out here today. I've been gang stalked many times. We all get, I said it yesterday, there's always fresh someone every day. I was on the shelf, then it was Shauna, then it was Rick and Cam, then well, it could be the Stanleys someday, then it'll be the Smiths, then it'll be the chat witch lady, then it'll be Kyle. It's always someone else, okay? That's how he operates. Okay, so let's see what the cards say today. Donna Presley is I said it the other day. I wouldn't trust her. I wouldn't trust her with being around. I just don't trust her, and I never looked at her content. This feels like this is the Witches of Eastwick, because she's going after Priscilla. Some people like Priscilla, some people don't. I just don't think any of them were true blue to begin with. Okay, so this is for the Italian stallion out there. This is for I really think that Josh has something here. I really do, because you don't want this person in your life, okay? You don't. This is the one that's looking for the meat, the money, energy, attention, and time. He's a huge bully out there. I'm talking about Louis. Yes, I'm talking about Louis today. He's the gift that keeps on giving. He starts off by love bombing people. It's a transition into something else. I think from what I remember, it all started with not Billie Jean, but it all started with what's his name? John Travolta. That's what I think. That's really how I think he started this. but he wants to come off as the big boss, like as the kingpin out here. And it really is, that's the shrine. That's the shrine. He has a shrine of Elvis Presley that all of his little minions have sent to him. Okay, but like I said, he can stop people from making money. It's nobody's business, really, in the big scheme of things, how you talk or what you do on your YouTube. YouTube monitors this. If you don't like it, if you know, Louis wouldn't be able to survive without being on YouTube. I really don't think so. And of course we're going to attack him because he's the fly in the ointment here. He doesn't belong here. He doesn't belong in the Elvis Presley content. He doesn't even belong on YouTube, in my opinion. But he'll gang stalk, he'll follow you, he follows channels, he subscribes. I think he's even subscribed to my channel once upon a time, and then sits there and waits for the bell to go off that someone's posted something about him so that he can get out there and get his boxing gloves on. You'll always be, it's a three-ring circus out here. I cannot say it enough. Just be glad that he's not your neighbor, okay? Because I'd be putting the for sale sign up really fast. Just be glad that he's over there. And don't take it personally. You know, this is the Singer card. This reminds me today of Marty Singer, okay? Because it is a constant fight with Donna Presley going after Priscilla Presley. I don't even know if Priscilla Presley regurgitates any of this stuff. People have to understand that was Elvis Presley's life, right? He chose to be with Priscilla. You can't undo history here. That was destiny. Without Priscilla, there would be no Lisa, there would be no Riley, that wouldn't exist. So Lisa was catching on. You know, last night I reread the parts of her relationship with Michael Jackson. I think she was really head over heels. No wonder she didn't tell Priscilla Presley, right? Priscilla Presley made Lisa feel really small regarding that relationship. And who knows, right? We only have a glimpse of really what Lisa felt about regarding Michael Jackson. But with a mother like that, you know, she'll pick. And the grandmother, that's the compact. Remember the grandmother? Lisa saw the grandmother steal the compact. Like, she had an enormous struggle and strain. You will have an enormous struggle and strain with this type of, with mother in your life. There's nothing you can do to change it. And it's very, very difficult to comprehend. But we're at the age now, all of us, I think collectively, some of us we're protecting our nest. We should all be done building your nest at this age, right? I'm in it to protect our nest. We have our family of choice now. Okay, so sue me, okay? I've been threatened to be sued so many times. Sue me. I have to say that, okay? And they'll probably do a meme about that. It doesn't bother me. That's a return to sender. Okay. This is the Athabasca card. If it's black, say goodnight. If it's brown, lie down. No, yeah, if it's white, wait, if it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lie down. And if it's white, say goodnight. Okay, Elvis Presley comes from, I don't want to say that word, but he comes from I believe native culture as well. That's why I can flip the card, okay? If you only knew. So psychics have a heightened ability, okay? There are a lot of singers out there, but not like the legendary Elvis Presley. There's people that can sing, but not like Michael Jackson. That is the elite of the elite, okay? And for some of us, narcissistic abuse kept our clairs in a net. Your clairs are your clairvoyant, clairaudient, clairsentience, and claircognizance. I have a huge one with my Claire audience. Okay, so that's why I get lyrics. It's not meant to scare anybody, but they've twisted it so bad because there are fake psychics out there. Okay, so I'm more of a spiritual person. So that's just a little bit of a understanding. So don't try to come here and dissect me because you're not meant to understand it. You will find me if you're meant to find me. I already know, and my spirit guides know, that I don't want my channel to be huge because I can shut this down just like that. This isn't my walkie-talkie. This isn't a form of income for me. This is, I guess you would, it's just a freedom of expression here. And this Lucifer out there is trying to stop us or stop all of these content creators from expressing our right and stopping through ridiculous, continuous channel strikes. This is no joke. Okay, so this is the second time this card's coming up. He's trying, this is the buck. The buck stops here. Maybe that's why this is coming out here. But I don't know what his true intention is here. I don't know what the end game is here. But this one created a shrine. Okay, so this card is a very, very dangerous card. All of these cards are master manipulators. Okay, and it seems to me that there's a huge one out here in the Elvis Presley world. I think all of us collectively would all breathe a sigh of relief if he just disappeared from YouTube. Just went on to Facebook, take him and his minions with him and get out of here. Or he calls them spiders. He always has different names for them. It's so immature. That's the bossy. He's got a huge bossiness about him. He thinks he's the boss out here. Like, I think that was, I think Bruce Springsteen's in there, We Are the World. I love his lyrics. I don't have to agree with all of them. I don't really care about Bruce Springsteen's life. I saw his biopic as well. That's a good one too. But I don't have no beef really with any of you because I don't know you personally. I appreciate the view, and but it feels like it's the final countdown. I think there's a bit of a countdown here. I think what he did, Louis did, by continuously putting up strikes for no reason at all, just trying to poke it all the time. That's the poker card, just trying to poke it. Poke all the time. Uh-oh. Yeah, that's the dojo. He's trying to act like he's the sensei out here. Elvis Presley was an incredible karate player, karate expert, but he kind of reminds me a little bit of Mike Stone a little bit. I'm not a fan of Mike Stone. But you know what? To me, it would be Mike Edwards. Mike Edwards is the most concerning of them all, that Priscilla Presley put her eggs in that basket, right? The response. Yeah, I think Mike Stone out there has a video where he explains about he uses the word manipulation. But this is the gold digger. This is what Louis does. He's put everybody up under his tutor scope, as they say, or his microscope for a dissection. And he's trying to act like he's the sanctimonious one out here. That's go grease lightning, do. Grease lightning, go grease lightning. He started all of this through liking Grease. He was a John Travolta fanatic. It's almost like he's practicing his own Scientology and he doesn't realize it. Because every leader has to have a following. Okay, so let's see what, so I'm praying as well for Josh, for Josh to come to the table. Now is the time for all good men to come to the aid of the party. Okay? It doesn't matter here about politics. Okay? It matters that the Smiths well, this Danny Smith and Billy Smith have the right to speak about this. This was their blood. Okay? I don't trust Donna. Personally, as a woman, I wouldn't trust her, because anybody that aligns themselves with a character like Louis should speak volumes to you. Elvis Presley had incredible intuition as well. People that come with that intellect, they are divinely, they're connected to source. Okay, so he had like lightning striking through him. That's how it works. So and he faced incredible addictions. It must have been horrible for all of his team around him to watch Elvis Presley and not be able to do anything about it. Okay, a lot of there's a con artist, you know. Narcissism comes in different ways. But he had some con artists around him. That's what Louis is, a con. He's a narcon. He's a con artist. And he's been conning people way before he showed up on YouTube. So I side with Josh on this. I don't need, I side with Josh on this, you know. And you know, I'm reminded of how Michael Jackson faced that belt by Joe Jackson. That wasn't easy to watch. And you have YouTubers out there that, like, he was found not guilty, right? I was thinking about this because Michael Jackson lost a lot of his money the same way Elvis Presley lost his money. They almost died broke, but Michael Jackson was alive when he was facing all of those predators in his life, and he was facing all of those multiple lawsuits, all of that. Elvis Presley was gone by that time, from what I remember. But I think he had some lawsuits going on around him at the same time that drained him, right? So that's where they took offense when he had to fire those bodyguards. But it's just incredible how, to me, the Jacksons are facing all of this still to this day. That's what happens when they've come so big. But I was talking to my husband about that this morning. That all the stuff that Michael Jackson faced was somewhat the same thing, except especially with this Lucy chick, Desiree and Lucy. All of that, from what I understand on the Geraldo show, came after Elvis Presley. So a lot of people are having to mop up this stuff, right? It's a huge honor, though, for the Smiths to be out here protecting their blood relative, right? I just don't feel the same. I don't feel the same because I think Donna attracted a fanatic. Okay, so this is for the Louis fanatic. There's a difference. I just feel that Donna Presley is using this platform to poke at Danny Smith. Sorry, that's just because it's like a Stanley steamer. But anyways, I just get the feeling that she's using Louis as her puppet, right? You don't have to be out here for Donna Presley. She chose to come here. She's acting like she's the Queen of England all of a sudden, lining up with, was it Karen or Tracy? I can't remember. To me, they're all the same. They're fanatics. Michael Jackson had a lot of fanatics too, right? But that reminds me of Hulk Hogan as well. Hulk Hogan, that's what happens when you get into this wrestling ring, okay? They're putting masks on. Hulk Hogan faced incredible backlash, booing, when he went into the ring in Los Angeles or something like that. But that's Make America Great Again or Make Elvis Great Again. That's the mega, okay? But there's a lot of them that have horrible intentions, especially on YouTube. So practice your discernment, as they say, and just be thankful that it's not you that lives in this nut job's life or near him. Because I said it, you might be creating your own YouTube channel as well and creating characters. So he can create all the memes about us. He has a big cartoon spread. He's got that guy out there, Manny, or he's got Jeff out here, and he's got that other guy, Hillbilly Cat. You know, roll over and play dead, right? Putting his dog out there, putting his kids out there. This is for the Tracy Blunts out there. All of them need their mouth washed out with soap. Trying to act like, that's for Hillbilly Cat out there. I always felt like he was kind of like a creature from another, just a creepy guy. These are creepy guys, especially for Manny. Okay, so how long have I been on here? Wow. So thanks for the acknowledgement. Thanks for the recognition. I haven't turned on anything today. I'm living in my place of peace, and I fall to pieces. Yeah. Be careful though, because he wants to get into your psyche, okay? And he wants you to stop your YouTube stuff. Just keep going on. Just like Elvis said, you got to do what you got to do. Don't take anything that these psychopaths do to heart, okay? I'm going to, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's the song, okay? Because there's always someone else to pick from. And I think it was like Elvis Presley said, get into that kitchen and rattle those pots and pans. Okay, so have a wonderful day. I'm going to do one final shuffle here. It's non-traditional, okay? I created characters just like they created characters about me. So this is a clap back, because he's definitely clout chasing, and so is Donna Presley. These are my priceless cards. I like to say in Canada, because I am a hockey fan, she shoots, she scores. Okay, so have a wonderful day. Remember, the cake is baked. Narcissists are like a cake. They are baked, and they lack the one ingredient, which is empathy. You cannot unbake a cake. Have a wonderful day. We'll see if this one works today. It's all done. Enjoy.